Hey everybody, what's going on? Well, as promised, I wanted to do an easy meal prep video, help you guys out succeed in your keto journey. I've learned over my 2 years of doing this that the more you prepare, the better your success will be. You won't run into a situation where you're hungry and don't have anything to eat, end up eating the wrong thing, kick yourself out of ketosis, and have to get back in, which could take anywhere from 3 to 30 days depending on what you consume that's bad. So I just wanted to show you guys how easy this really is and how it's really not any more expensive to eat healthy than it is to eat fast food and garbage and stuff like that. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do this, how to prepare your proteins so that when you want them, if you have an air fryer, which I suggest, you see I got the Ninja Foodie here. I bought this. It's a pressure cooker. It's a slow cooker. It's an air fryer. It's a convection oven. And it's also a food dehydrator. I bought the whole kit so I can make all my own food. I highly suggest that you get an air fryer, especially with what I'm going to show you. It makes it a lot easier. You still can meal prep without an air fryer, and I'm going to explain that to you a little bit too, all right? So I got some raw ooze here. This is the only marinara sauce that I use. And I have some frozen riced cauliflower, garlic and herb. I get this right at Aldi's. I want to say it's less than $2 a bag. And the ingredients in this are cauliflower, water, salt, parsley, and garlic. No hidden sugars, no cornstarch, nothing like that. So I'm going to throw this in the microwave. This takes 5 minutes. So in 5 minutes, this can be ready. So let me get this up in the microwave. So, as always, I appreciate you guys watching my videos. I hope that you find some value out of them. Share them with your friends, family, anybody doing keto. You can invite them to the Facebook group, Easy Keto Recipes and Tips for Beginners. Also, YouTube, if you hashtag Tim Harris Live, you'll find my cooking videos, my videos on all types of keto information. I go over intermittent fasting, prolonged fasting, what is keto, how to do keto. I share tons and tons of information for free to help you all succeed in your keto journey because it truly is my passion to see you succeed, have results, get your life back. Just a quick glimpse about me. My name's Tim Harris. I'm 51 years old. I live in Western New York State. I'm in the process of moving down towards Tampa, Florida to just have a better quality of life, be able to do more things with my family, enjoy life a lot more. I started the ketogenic lifestyle a little over 2 years ago. I was weighing at a whopping 363 pounds. I've been all the way down to 213 pounds. I'm currently at about 250. I did gain some weight back with this COVID, sitting around bored, basically eating out of boredom, sometimes eating the wrong things, but I'm in the process of losing that additional 50 pounds. So here we go. I'm going to start this for 5 minutes so that can be cooking while we talk. And then I'm going to use this with it, and I'll show you that here in a minute. But, I want to show you when you go shopping, all right, you want to find yourself some BPA-free meal containers. These are freezable and microwavable. You want to definitely have that. You don't want to have the BPA in there. That's bad. That'll help you, possibly get cancer or something like that. So I think there's 5 containers here. I think we paid around $3-4 at Walmart. So if you bought 2 packs of these, you're looking at under $10. And you have enough containers to prep 10 meals. Now, I choose a day of the week. It's normally Sundays to prep meals, stuff like that. I do it a little bit differently because I have the air fryer, but I'm going to show you both ways so that you can do it to your lifestyle, all right? So, for example here, we went shopping, and we got some sirloin steak. Now, I normally would get Black Angus. This is from Wegmans, which is a local grocer here. They have quality foods, quality meats, so I'm not too worried about, it being dirty and full of stuff it shouldn't be. But we paid $15.79 for this, and it weighs almost 2 pounds, all right? So doing this lifestyle, you want to consume between 3 and 6 ounces of protein per meal, right? So what we're going to do is I got this new food scale. I just bought a new one. I got this up on Amazon. I think it was around 15 bucks. And check this out. The lid comes off and converts to a bowl in case you're doing berries, you know, stuff like that, where you're going to have a lot up in here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the bowl off to the side because we don't need it. I'm going to put that here. I'm going to get out a piece of wax paper. What the wax paper is going to do is keep the top of my scale from getting contaminated from chicken or pork or anything like that. So I'm just going to fold this in half, and then I'm going to fold it again. So it's just a piece of wax paper I folded up. It's going to fit right on top of the scale. You want to make sure that none of it is touching the actual scale, because you want to get your correct weight here. I'll show you exactly how to do this. Alright, so I have the wax paper on there, right? And I'm going to move the scale back here. I'm going to turn it on. It's automatically going to go to 0, right? So now I have this family pack piece of sirloin steak. So we're going to cut this open with my chef's knife, which I do have to sharpen again here soon. Okay, so just get this cut open so that you can cut this into pieces. Alright, so then after you do this a while, you're going to get an eyeball for about how big a piece of protein is going to be, your 3 to 6 ounces. So I'm going to assume it's going to be about this big. I'm going to cut that right off the piece. So see, here's a piece of the steak, right? I'm going to weigh this. It's at 6.7, so it's a little higher than what I normally would like. But, you know, paper right there, okay? Then I'm going to cut another one, and I'm going to cut this long ways down the middle, okay? So I made a slice there. So now I'm going to assume, you know, that I could even probably cut this right in the middle. So I'm going to get 5 pieces out of here. Let's see what this one weighs. So this one weighs a little over 5 ounces, so that's good. And then I'm just going to transfer this right over to this baking sheet that's got the parchment paper on it. You want to have that on there so it doesn't stick to the sheet, because I'm going to show you the next step. Okay, so this piece, 6 ounces. All right. So just so you get an idea, a 6-ounce piece of beef is going to be about like this in your hand. Okay, it's not a huge steak. I mean, you could use a meat tenderizer like this right here. Pound these out if you want it to look like it's bigger on your plate, just so you know you feel like you're eating more. Okay, so then we'll check this one. That one's 5.5. Okay. And then we're going to check this one. That one's 5.4. So see, these are all between 5 and 6 ounces. Okay. So now I have five pieces of protein right there. So if I was going to have this for a week, you know, that's 5 days of my dinner right there. Just out of one piece of sirloin that cost me 15, 16 bucks. So if you do the average on that, that's like $3 a meal. I mean, that's a good deal if you ask me. All right, let me stop that really quick. All right, so I'm going to get this out of the way really quick. So I'm going to shut my scale off for a minute. Let me just wash my hands really fast here. I don't want to get any soap on my sirloin though. All right, so now we got the 5 pieces of sirloin cut up that we're going to use for our meals. Okay. Now I'm just going to move this over here so you guys can see it a little bit better. So I have 5 pieces of sirloin. I'm just going to take some pink Himalayan salt in my grinder, put a little bit of that on there. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little bit of cracked black pepper on there as well. And if you want, you know, you could add whatever spices you prefer. Like sometimes I use the Montreal steak seasoning, which I have right here. And you can put that on there. You know, it's got garlic stuff in it. Then I'm just going to take some garlic powder. Open this up, sprinkle a little bit of this on. Just to give it some flavor. All right, so now we got that part done. Now we're just going to take this and we're going to put it up in the freezer and let these all freeze individually. Okay, so then it's going to stay in there probably about 2 hours. They'll get froze up. All right. In the meantime, I want to show you here. Okay. So I got my cauliflower rice right here. It's cooked. I just cooked it in the microwave in 5 minutes. And we'll cut this bag open. Okay, we're going to pour this right into this bowl. All right. And then we probably have maybe a 3/4, maybe we have a cup of raw ooze right here. Now we're just going to get all this sauce out of here, mix that right in here. And you know, you could add ground beef to this. You could add ground sausage. You could even take a chicken breast, cook it, cut it into bite-sized pieces, mix it right in here as well. It'll be sort of like a chicken cacciatore or something like that. Okay, so then we're going to stir this up. Just incorporate it all in there. And you know, that's all the sauce I have. It could maybe use just a little bit more. Okay, so see, I'm just mixing that all in. All right, so now what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you, this is how I would meal prep, all right? I already cooked a piece of chicken in the air fryer so that I could show you guys how I would set up my container really quick. So let me grab a container here. If I can get them apart. Okay, so see, this is how big the container is. It's not too big, but it's big enough. And these are freezer and microwavable safe, all right? So now I'm going to go over here to the air fryer really quick. And I'm going to grab the piece of chicken that I already cooked so I can show you guys how to do this. Now this is about a 4.5 to a 5 ounce piece of chicken. I'm just going to put that in there like that. Okay, so see, it's over here on the side. Then I'm just going to take some of this riced cauliflower that we just made. Maybe put about a cup in there. Okay. So as you can see, I got my chicken and my riced cauliflower in here. Now that's all I'm going to do to this right now. I mean, if I wanted to, you know, I could grab some cheese. Let me grab some cheese here so I can show you the complete stuff. We got some sharp cheese right here. We shred all our own cheese. We don't buy any that is pre-shredded because they put flour in it or cornstarch or something like that to keep it from sticking. We don't want that. It's inflammatory. It will spike our insulin, which isn't spiking our glucose. It's spiking our insulin. And when you have insulin high, just like when you have glucose high, you can't lose weight, okay? So that's why when I tell you guys that there's a lot of ingredients that you want to watch for, they're ingredients that are going to spike your insulin. And with your insulin high, guess what? You can't burn fat, okay? Just like if your glucose is high. All right, so here we go. I got my little mini shredder right here. I'm just going to shred some of this, put it on top of my riced cauliflower. You don't need a lot, just a little bit for flavor. That was maybe a 1/2 ounce of cheese, okay? And then I'll put this back when I'm done. But so here it is, right? So you got your riced cauliflower with some ragu sauce, with some shredded cheddar cheese, and then you have a piece of chicken breast right over here, already cooked, with some salt and pepper on it. Then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna put the lid on here, just like this. Make sure it's sealed up. Then you're gonna put this in the freezer, okay? It's that simple. Then when you wanna eat, okay, so here's what I would suggest if you do this type of meal prep, all right? The day before, you know, when you're getting ready to go to bed, you take out what you're gonna have for the next day. You put it from the freezer into your refrigerator, okay? That way, when it comes time to eat, you just pull this out of the refrigerator, put it up in the microwave, and it would probably take about 3 minutes to heat it up. But you do a minute each time. You don't want to do 3 minutes all at once because if you do, your chicken's going to be rock hard like a hockey puck. So you do a minute at a time. You know, if need be, you could add a little bit, like maybe a teaspoon of water to this just to make it a little more moist or something like that. But so this is a simple meal prep. It's got cheese in it, riced cauliflower, ragu sauce, and chicken. It's 4 ingredients in here, perfect for keto. Now what I would do is when I heat this up to eat it later, I would pour like a tablespoon of MCT oil over my riced cauliflower, or I would even pour some olive oil over it, or avocado oil, or you could melt some coconut oil and put over it. You know, you could put it over your protein because you want to bring the fats up. Another thing, like with chicken breast, sometimes I'll throw some mayonnaise on there just to bring the fats up, you know? So, because this is a high fat, moderate protein, low carb lifestyle, all right? So we're going to set this off to the side. Now remember, we did our steaks up there. They're freezing. Once they freeze, we're going to just take like a gallon-sized freezer bag, and we're going to put them all in here after they freeze so that they don't stick together. That way, if we do have an air fryer, what we could do for dinner is we can just pull that right out of the freezer. You put it in the air fryer on 375 for about 12 minutes. Now remember, it's froze solid. About 12 minutes, it'll be cooked, be juicy, delicious. You'll love it. All right, but now let's get back to this. I'm going to move this riced cauliflower because I just wanted to show you guys how simple it is to prepare the container for you. All right, so now, you know, we bought some family size packages of meat that we're going to use throughout the month to do keto. All right, so let me take this piece of wax paper off. Let me rinse off my knife really quick. All right, so last night I made some chicken breast for dinner, and we bought a family pack of chicken breast, right? And we got, I used 2 last night. Let's see what I have here today. So I used 2 last night, so that would be 3 out of the package, 4, 5, 6. So you would end up with 7 chicken breast out of the package that we bought. Cost us about $10, okay? So $10, we got 7 chicken breast. We're gonna cut them in half. So we got 14 pieces of protein out of this pack of chicken that cost us $10. So I mean, that's a great deal, right? So let me grab another piece of wax paper here. We'll get it on this food scale. And you know, like I said, pick one day a week that you're going to do all this on. That way you can get it all busted out. You're good for the week. All right, so I got my scale set back up. I don't have another cookie sheet out, so let me grab one of them. All right, so I have another cookie sheet right here. And I'm just going to take the parchment paper again. I'm going to rip a piece off. And if you don't use parchment paper, then they're all going to stick to the pan, and you're going to have a hard time getting them off there. So for example, right, I got that there. So the parchment paper is actually ready. And now, like I said, you're going to get about 2 out of here. You want to cut off this little extra fat. We don't need it. We're going to add fat to our protein. And how are we going to do that? We're going to do that with the healthy oils. The avocado oil, MCT oil, olive oil, coconut oil. Some kind of oil is where we're going to get our fats from. That way we can regulate it. All right, so here's a chicken breast. I'm going to cut this in about half. Now I'm going to weigh this out. See how much this piece weighs? It's right around 5 ounces. That's perfect. Like I said, you want to be between 3 and 6. This one's going to be a little light. I know it is. That one's only 3, so that'll be fine though, okay? So we're going to take all these. We're going to cut these in half really quick and get any extra little fat off you see. So keep cutting all these in half. Get this extra fat off right there. And then once we get all these cut in about half, I'll show you the next step. Now this is how I do my chicken. It comes out really juicy and flavorful. And again, if you don't have an air fryer, what you're going to do here is you're going to cut these out like I am. You're going to get them all ready. Then you're going to put them on a cookie sheet. You know, you don't have to line that with parchment paper. You could just spray some cooking spray on it to keep it from sticking. All right, so now we have all these cut. What we're going to do is we're going to get these out of the way really quick. So let's see, I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pieces right here. All right, so now the next step that we'll do is we would take this, put the chicken there. Let me wash my hands really quick. I don't want to get chicken juice all over everything. And then when I'm done, you know, I'll wipe down the counter with a sanitizing wipe. Okay, so now we are going to take and get some saran wrap out. Okay, and we're just going to take some clear wrap, pull off a piece of, you know, nice size that you can work with. Then you're going to lay it over a couple pieces of the chicken, right? You're going to take the meat tenderizer and you're just going to pound it flat a little bit. And the reason we put the saran wrap over it is so that we're not getting chicken juice all over the kitchen contaminating it, all right? So now we pounded this out, and look at the size of this piece of chicken now. That's a pretty big piece, right? So we're just going to lay it on here just like we did with the beef. Here's another piece. Going to lay it on there just like that, okay? And then we're going to fill up the cookie sheet by repeating that process. Then we're going to throw these up in the freezer, let them freeze up individually. Then we're going to take them off here. We're going to put them into a 1-gallon freezer bag so that we can freeze them up so that when we need to eat, there they are. Now, if you don't have the air fryer, what you're going to do is you're going to cook all these, and then you're going to prepare your meals like you've seen me do earlier in the video. But so let me just pound these out really quick. Or actually, you know what I'm going to do, because I want to get on to the next stuff. I don't want to make this video really long for you guys. But see how they turned out once I pounded them? They got really big. Okay? So I'm just going to throw these on here to get them out of the way. And I'll finish them when we're done with the video, because now you guys at least have an idea of how to do that. Get these out of the way, wash my hands again. Let me just wipe down this counter really quick and we'll get on to the next thing. Now, and you know, this is how you succeed, guys. You prepare ahead of time so that when you're hungry, you don't have to worry about eating the wrong stuff. You're already set. You're setting yourself up for success. All right, so right here, for example, you know, everybody says they can't eat this way because it's too expensive. All right, so here is some chicken thighs, right? There's 8 of them in here for $4.60. Now this one is One Health certified, requirements verified. Veterinary care, antibiotic restrictions, animal welfare, environmental impact. So you want to try to eat clean without any added hormones, anything like that. You want to get pasteurized meats if you can. It means they were out in the pasture eating what they normally would, not being filled with junk to be bigger so that they can sell more of it to you. But so you have 8 chicken thighs here. Now what I would do is I would take the chicken thigh out and I would put these on parchment paper, you know, after I cleaned them up a little bit. Put them on parchment paper just like we did the chicken breast, just like we did the top sirloin, and I would freeze them up. Then I would transfer them to a 1-gallon freezer bag so that when I want them, I could just pull one out, throw it in the air fryer, and within 12 to 15 minutes, my food is done. Now, if you don't have an air fryer, again, cook all 8 of these on a pan in the oven on like 375, 400 degrees until they reach a temperature of 160. Then you pull them out, you put some foil over the pan, make a little TP over it, let them rest for 5 minutes. They'll be fully cooked up to 165 degrees. Then you put one of these in your container with whatever you're going to have for your side in there with it. You freeze it up, take it out the night before you're going to eat it, let it thaw in the refrigerator, and then just microwave it for a minute at a time for about 3 minutes. Then you can add your fats with the healthy oils, you know, like I talk about all the time. Bring your fat up to where you need it. That's how simple. 3 minutes, you could have a keto meal ready to go. All right, so now here's a family pack of pork chops we bought. Okay, these are pretty thick. So what you could do here is you could open these up individually, and you could slice these in half long ways. So you're basically like filleting it. So instead of 2 inches thick, it'd be 1 inch thick. And then that would be one portion. One half of this would be a portion. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8 in here. So if you double up the portions, that's 16 pieces of protein right here for $7.50. You see what I'm saying? So $7.50. I can eat one of these twice. So that's 16 meals. So $8, we'll just say, divided by 16 is what, like 50 cents a piece? If I'm right, I think it's like 50 cents a piece for a piece of protein. 50 cents. You can do that. You know what I mean? Look at what some people spend for Dunkin' Donuts coffee. $5.25 for a coffee that's full of sugar, bad creamer. It's going to cause you inflammation, cause your glucose to spike, cause your insulin to spike, make you feel like crap. So, you know, people saying that they can't eat healthy because it's too expensive, they're wrong. That rice cauliflower, I could probably get another 2 servings out of there. So I paid $2 for the bag. I maybe used $1.25 worth of sauce. So I'm up to just say $4 for that rice cauliflower combo. I'm going to get 4 meals out of it. That's $1 a meal with the 50 cents of protein. Under $3 a meal to eat this way. I mean, it's amazing, you know? So I just wanted to show you guys how simple that was. And, you know, I take the chicken or the steak or whatever after it's frozen. I'll put it in a bag. I have an air fryer. What I'll do is when I'm getting ready to eat, I'll take my piece of protein out. I'll throw it in the air fryer. I may spray a little bit of olive oil on top of it and then put some spices on it if I already didn't do that before I froze them. And then within 12 to 15 minutes, your protein's done. And then you just make up your side like rice cauliflower or Brussels sprouts or broccoli or asparagus and have with the protein. One thing I did want to show you is, you know, you can get the Brussels sprouts frozen 5 minutes in the microwave, okay? You can get the broccoli frozen 5 minutes in the microwave, okay? Then also, this fish right here, this is wild caught pink salmon, okay? I get this right at Aldi's. And you get, let's see here, see how many servings. You get 8 4-ounce servings. So check this out. They come individually frozen, right? So all I do when I'm going to have the salmon is I unwrap this. I spray a little bit of olive oil in my air fryer. I put this in my air fryer, totally frozen state, just like this, okay? I put this in there for about 8 minutes, 8 to 9 minutes. I spray a little olive oil on there, and then I'll put some dill weed on top of it. I cook this in 8 minutes. It's done. You know, this is full of omega-3s and omega-6s, and it's the right rations of those so that the omega-6s don't block the omega-3s. So, like, you know, some of my recipes that I have up here in, you know, in the Facebook group, they tell you that there's 4 servings. So the way to figure that out is you take the total of all the servings and you weigh them on a food scale, okay? So say it weighs, we're just going to say it weighs 60 ounces, right? So if there's 4 servings, that's 15-ounce serving. So you divide that up, 15 ounces, 15 ounces, 15. Put that in your container and freeze it along with your protein. Then you have a meal right there, simply done. So you can save money by buying the family packs. Like I said, you know, $5 for this amount of chicken. There's 8 pieces of chicken in there. That's 8 meals that I'm going to have out of that. You know what I'm saying? There's 8 pork chops in here. I'm going to cut them in half long way, butterfly them. So I'm going to get 16 meals of protein out of here for $8, okay? So we have 16 and 8. That's 24, okay? So then the sirloin was 15, right? So that's another 5 meals. So that's almost 30 dinners right here for right around 25 bucks. That's for the whole month, folks. I mean, you can't beat that. Especially if you're the only one in your house doing keto, then this is the way to plan for it. That way your family can eat whatever they're going to eat, and you can have your ketogenic meal and succeed. All right? So hopefully, you know, this clarified a little bit of stuff for you guys. Show you how simple it really is if you plan ahead. Choose a day every week. And again, you know, I just want to mention the healthy oils. Avocado oil. We get Simply Nature. It's organic, no added bull crap. We get olive oil, Simply Nature, okay? We get coconut oil, okay? You want to try to get organic every time. We have MCT oil right here, okay? I get this at Walmart, rapid fire. It'll last me all month. And then I use a lot of Bragg's apple cider vinegar. If you don't know about this, look into it. Look up on Google. See what the health benefits are of this. Some people make it up in a drink. You can add it to salad dressings. A simple salad dressing is take some avocado oil, right? Maybe like half a cup of avocado oil, about 3 tablespoons of this, your favorite seasonings. Shake it up, which I got to make some more up. But I have a bottle just like this, okay? And I just shake it all up in here. And then when I want my salad, I just pour it over it. I mean, keto is really simple. You know, a lot of people put too much work into trying to think it all out. It's simple. What I do is I take a shot of this in the morning and one in the evening before I eat my dinner. Just like that. No, it doesn't taste fabulous. But there's a lot of health benefits to doing that. And, you know, if you want, I can do a video on that later on to explain that to you guys so that you really truly understand what we're trying to do here. And you know, where I've learned most of my information is from Dr. Berg, Dr. Barry, and Thomas DeLauer up on YouTube. Dr. Berg and Dr. Barry, board certified doctors, they back this lifestyle. They share all the science and the research that they've read and tell you where to find it. So you can go read it yourself, like from Harvard Medical Institute, stuff like that. And then Thomas DeLauer, he's not a doctor, but he's been in the health and wellness industry 20, 30 years. He's got a remarkable story himself where, you know, he lost all this weight. He's maintained it. He's been living this lifestyle, I want to say, for over 10 years. And, you know, he'll tell you how simple it is too. And all of them share the facts and the research with you guys. And that's why I chose to follow those 3 keto gurus when I started my lifestyle 2 years ago. You know, up in my group, I only share legit keto information. It's not a lazy, dirty keto group. It's not a low carb group. It's a real keto group. I do strict keto. That's what I encourage everyone to do because, you know, when you first start this, you might be doing it for fat loss, which is fine. I don't care why you're starting. I'm just glad that you're starting and you want to get healthy. But after you lose some weight, you're going to start thinking about the health benefits of keto. You know, it was designed to help us fight certain diseases like Alzheimer's disease, cancer, diabetes. You know, there's a lot of benefits to doing keto, more than just losing weight. That's just a bonus from this. So I'm hoping that, you know, I can share enough information with you all that you all will believe that this is a healthy lifestyle for you to live. It's going to add longevity to your life. It's going to give you more time to spend with your loved ones, and you're going to be able to get your self-confidence back. You know, 2 years ago, I was borderline suicidal. I was very depressed. I was morbidly obese at 363 pounds. I just felt like giving up. You know, thank God that I found keto, and it totally transformed my life. I got my self-confidence back. I feel good every day getting up out of bed. I'm not inflammatory anymore. You know, I'm not making no medical claims here, but it's helped me get off my prescription medications. I was supposed to have shoulder surgery on my shoulders Because if I lifted my arms up past here, you know, my shoulders hurt. I was a diesel mechanic for almost 12 years. And, you know, I went to the doctor 10 years ago. He's like, you need this surgery or you'll never be able to do this. I never had any surgery, folks. And look what I'm doing. I exercise 6 days a week. I do 3 days of strength training, 3 days of cardio. That was not me 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I couldn't even stand for longer than an hour at a time. I'd get a pain in my back right here. It felt like somebody was stabbing me. I'd have to sit down. Then the pain even got worse when I sat down, but then it would subdue enough where I could get up and work for about another hour. You know, I went to the doctor. They couldn't find nothing wrong. They thought it was all this weight. So I came home. I promised myself I'm going to do something about it, and I have, folks. I used to wear a 4 or 5 XL shirt. This is an extra large. Extra large right here. Unbelievable. I lost over 12 inches just on my waist. I mean, this is the lifestyle for you if you want to get healthy. I'm here to help you any way I can. You know, feel free to post up in my group. Feel free to send me a personal message. Make sure you follow me on YouTube. I love helping people, all right? So let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.